User interface and user experience design is a very important part of the creative industry. And in this sector, designers need a tool that can be used for rapid prototyping, mobile applications, and mobile versions of websites. One of the features that now we have in Photoshop Creative Cloud is artboards, with which we can create and organize multiple screens in the same document. But even better than that, our design can be previewed directly on our devices connected to the same Wi-Fi network by using the device preview feature. This is a panel where I can see my iPhone is connected, and if I switch to my phone, you can see here I can swipe left and right and go through each of these screens. If I make any change to the elements in the design, I will see it straight away updating on my phone as well. So if I come back here, I can make changes, but instead of using Photoshop with the same panels, we can also switch to a special workspace called Design Space. Now, this is also another technology preview, similarly to the Fuse workflow that we've seen in the previous video. So once I switch to that, Photoshop will have completely different tools and panels which are aimed at user experience design. Here it's much easier to select certain items, like we can just simply double click on elements to get to a selection. You can see I quickly selected that item, and I can make it bigger by holding down Shift key or Alt together and then position it where I want it. Now if I switch back to my phone, you will see it's already updated there as well. And that's a live preview on my mobile device. There's so many cool things here that you can use which you won't find in the normal version of Photoshop, like swapping elements. If I want to swap these two icons, I can just select them by holding down Shift, and there's this icon here to swap the position of them. So instead of moving things around, I can keep where they were and just swap the position of them. I can also very quickly create new artboards by clicking on one of these plus signs. It will automatically add that new artboard on my canvas, and the canvas itself can also be expanded. So my new artboard currently is empty, but just to add something on it, I am going to draw a shape over it and change the color just so we can see that we created something within there. And switching back to my phone, you will see straight away if I switch between the artboards, that's already visible also on my phone. The Design Space is a simplified version of the Photoshop workspace aimed at user interface designers, but it's very easy to switch back and forth between the normal Photoshop by clicking on this icon here on the bottom right. And best of all, you can even have multiple projects open at the same time. Having this document selected, if I switch to my phone, you will see automatically I get a preview of that. So this would be a website set up for mobile use. If you are a digital designer or if you are aspiring to be one, these features of Photoshop CC will be crucial to you. So I highly recommend to have a closer look at them. But now that we are talking about apps, in the next video it's time to look at two amazing Photoshop apps called Photoshop Mix and Fix. It sounds like two cartoon characters actually.